Hey, I'm Mackenzie, 25, and hungry for success. Imagine this. I'm living in a chaotic, bustling city, sharing an apartment with my older sister, Jennifer. On the surface, we seem inseparable. But trust me, there's some serious tension bubbling beneath it all. Mac, can you tone it down? I'm trying to concentrate. Jennifer snapped one morning as I excitedly rambled on about a new business idea over the phone. I quickly lowered my voice. Sorry, Jen. I got carried away. That's how things go between us. I'm always brainstorming the next big thing, while Jennifer's struggling to find her footing in her career. Now let me introduce the real MVP in my life, Grandpa Arthur Blackwood. He's a legend in the business world and has always had a soft spot for both me and Jen, though we share a special bond. Mackenzie, my girl, he'd say with a twinkle in his eye, you've got that spark, just like your old grandpa. It drives Jennifer up the wall. But what can I do? It's not like I asked for the favoritism. Speaking of special people, I've got to tell you about my ride or die, Linda and her boyfriend, Alex. They're my personal cheerleading squad. Mac attack. Linda squealed as she burst into our apartment one day. I've got the perfect idea for your startup. Alex followed behind, grinning. Here we go again. I thought. We spent hours brainstorming, dreaming big and laughing. These moments kept me grounded. But then there was Jennifer, always in the background, her face a mix of unreadable emotions. Must be nice, she muttered once, having everything handed to you on a silver platter. I brushed it off. Come on, Jen. You know that's not true. I work hard. Sure you do, she replied, dripping with sarcasm. Living with this undercurrent of resentment isn't easy. Sometimes I catch her watching me, like she's trying to figure out what makes me special. But here's the thing, I'm not special. I just won't give up on my dreams. One night, after an especially tense dinner, I called Linda. I don't know how much longer I can do this, I admitted. It feels like I'm living with a ticking time bomb. Linda's voice was calming. Hang in there, Mac. You're doing great. Don't let her drag you down. That's life for me right now, a balancing act between chasing my dreams and managing this complicated relationship with Jennifer. But I wouldn't change it, well, maybe a few things. Then, everything changed. The call came in the middle of the night. Grandpa Arthur was gone. Just like that, my world collapsed. Mackenzie, it's Dad. You need to come to the hospital. I rushed over, hoping there had been some mistake, but the look on my dad's tear-streaked face told me otherwise. Jennifer arrived shortly after, stunned. What happened? She demanded. Heart attack, Dad whispered. It was quick. He didn't suffer. The next few days were a blur. Grief, funeral arrangements, trying to process it all. Then came the will reading. To my beloved granddaughter, Mackenzie Blackwood, I leave the majority of my estate, including Blackwood Tech. The lawyer's words echoed in the silent room. I was stunned. Jennifer's face turned cold as stone. And to my granddaughter, Jennifer Blackwood, I leave. The amount was large but nowhere near what I had received. Jennifer stormed out before the reading was finished. That night, she confronted me. You manipulative little. She spat. How long have you been planning this? Jennifer, I had no idea. Save it. You've always been his favorite. I bet you've been whispering in his ear for years, turning him against me. That's not true. I love Grandpa just like you did. This isn't my fault. But she wouldn't listen. From that moment on, our relationship became a minefield. Overwhelmed by grief and the sudden responsibility of running a company, I turned to Linda and Alex for support. I don't know if I can do this, I confessed over coffee. I'm not ready to run a whole company. Linda squeezed my hand. You've got this, Mac. Your grandpa believed in you for a reason. Alex nodded. We're with you, every step of the way. Their support was everything, but the pressure was intense, and Jennifer's constant sabotage didn't help. One day, I overheard her talking on the phone in her room. Jason, you don't get it. She doesn't deserve any of this. We need to do something. I confronted her. Who's Jason? What are you planning? Jennifer's eyes narrowed. None of your business. Unlike you, I have real friends who care about me. The next week, I met Jason at a company event. He was charming, sure, but something about him immediately set off alarm bells. So you're the famous Mackenzie, he said with a toothy smile. Vanessa's told me so much about you. Funny, she's never mentioned you. I replied coolly, turning to walk away. As I did, I heard him mutter, Oh, she will soon enough. Things at Blackwood Tech weren't getting any easier either. Every decision I made, Jennifer questioned. Every success, she downplayed. It all came to a head during a board meeting when I was presenting a new project. And where exactly did this idea come from, Mackenzie? Jennifer interrupted. Another stroke of genius from Grandpa's golden child? The room fell silent. I took a deep breath. This idea came from months of market research and team collaboration. If you have concerns, we can discuss them privately. Oh, I'm sure you'd love to keep things private, just like you kept your little schemes with Grandpa private all these years, she sneered. I lost it. Enough. I have worked my ass off for this company. I earned Grandpa's trust through hard work, not manipulation. If you can't see that, then maybe you shouldn't be here at all. The silence was deafening. Jennifer's face twisted with rage. You want me gone? Fine. But mark my words, Mackenzie, you'll regret this. All of it. She stormed out, leaving me shaken but standing my ground. As the meeting adjourned, I couldn't shake the feeling that this was just the beginning of a war I never wanted to fight. The weeks after the board meeting blurred together. I was drowning in work, barely keeping my head above water. One night, I collapsed on the couch, exhausted. You look like hell, sis, Jennifer said, almost sounding concerned. Thanks for the news flash, I muttered. You know, there's an easy fix for all this stress, she continued, a casual tone in her voice. I looked up, surprised. Oh yeah? What's that? Just walk away. Give me control of the company. You're clearly not cut out for this. And there it was. I should have known better. Not gonna happen, Jen. Nice try, though. She shrugged, a strange smile tugging at her lips. Can't blame a girl for trying. Little did I know, she wasn't just trying, she was planning to get rid of me for good. My birthday came around, and despite the tension, Dad insisted on a family hiking trip. Come on, girls, it'll be just like old times, he pleaded. I agreed, hoping it might be a chance to mend things. Boy, was I wrong. The hike started off fine. The air was crisp, the views breathtaking, but something felt off. Jennifer kept checking her phone, smirking at messages. Hot date, Guy, I teased. Something like that, she replied cryptically. We reached a scenic overlook, and I stepped closer to the edge to take a photo. That's when I felt hands on my back, a shove. Suddenly, I was falling. The world spun, and pain exploded through my body as I tumbled down the rocky slope. When I finally came to a stop, everything went black. I don't know how long I was out. When I woke, the pain was unbearable. My leg was definitely broken, and I could barely move. Help! I screamed, my voice echoing through the empty canyon. Somebody help me. But no one came. As the sun began to set, a horrible truth sank in. Jennifer had pushed me. She had tried to kill me. And now I was completely alone. Meanwhile, up on the trail, Jennifer was putting on the performance of a lifetime. Dad, I can't find Mackenzie, she cried, her voice dripping with fake concern. What do you mean you can't find her? Dad demanded, panic rising. She was right behind me, and then she was just gone. A search party formed quickly, but Jennifer made sure they headed in the wrong direction, away from where she pushed me. Back in the city, Linda and Alex were growing worried. Have you heard from Mac? Linda asked, pacing their apartment. Alex shook his head. Nothing since this morning. She said she'd call after the hike. Something's not right, Linda muttered. Let's go check her apartment. At my apartment, they found Jason rummaging through my room. What the hell are you doing? Alex demanded. Jason jumped, startled. Jennifer asked me to grab some things for the search party. In Mackenzie's underwear drawer, Linda asked, eyebrow raised. Jason bolted, pushing past them as he fled. Linda and Alex exchanged worried looks. We need to find Mac, Linda said firmly, and I don't trust Jennifer one bit. As night fell, I huddled against a rock, shivering. The pain was excruciating. But I knew I had to stay awake, stay alive. You can do this, Mackenzie, I whispered to myself. You're not dying on this godforsaken mountain. I thought about Grandpa Arthur, about how he always believed in me. I thought about Linda and Alex, probably worried sick. And then I thought about Jennifer, her face twisted with hatred as she shoved me. I'm not giving you the satisfaction, I growled into the darkness. You hear me, Jennifer? I'm going to survive this, and I'm going to make you pay. As the first light of dawn broke over the canyon, I made a vow. I would get off this mountain. I would reclaim my life. And I would show Jennifer that her jealousy and hatred would never win. Little did I know, the fight for survival was only just beginning. 3 days on that mountain felt like an eternity. I survived on rainwater and sheer determination, pushing through the pain and cold. When I heard the helicopter, I thought I was hallucinating. "We've got a survivor," a rescuer shouted as they lifted me into the chopper. The hospital was a blur, tests, treatments, and my dad's tears of relief. But as my head cleared, so did the memories. Jennifer had pushed me. She tried to kill me, I told Linda and Alex when they visited. Their faces hardened. "We know," Linda said quietly. They showed me text messages they'd recovered from Jason's phone. The plot was laid out in black and white. "We've already taken this to the police," Alex explained. "They're looking for Jennifer now." Jennifer, it turned out, had panicked when she heard I'd been found alive. She tried to convince Jason to run away with her. "We can start over, baby," she pleaded. "Just you and me." But Jason had other plans. He cleaned out her bank accounts and disappeared, leaving Jennifer to face the music alone. The police caught her at the bus station. Her arrest was plastered across every news channel. In court, Jennifer tried one last manipulation. "Mackenzie, please," she sobbed. "I'm so sorry. I wasn't thinking straight. Can you ever forgive me?" I looked her dead in the eye. "No, Jennifer, I can't, and I won't." The judge sentenced her to 15 years for attempted murder. As they led her away, I felt a weight lift off my shoulders. Recovery was tough, but I threw myself into it with the same determination that had kept me alive on that mountain. Slowly but surely, I healed, both physically and emotionally. When I returned to Blackwood Tech, I channeled my newfound strength into the company. We launched innovative products, expanded into new markets, and our stock soared. 1 year after the incident, I stood on a stage accepting an award for Business Leader of the Year. Looking out at the crowd, I saw the faces of those who truly mattered. My dad beaming with pride, Linda and Alex cheering louder than anyone, and my loyal employees who had stood by me through it all. "This award isn't just for me," I said into the microphone. "It's for everyone who believes in second chances, in rising above adversity, and in the power of true friendship and family, the kind you choose." As for Jennifer, last I heard, she was still in prison, abandoned by everyone, including Jason, who was caught up in a massive fraud scheme. And me? I'm living my best life, surrounded by people I love and trust. Grandpa Arthur was right. I do have that spark, and now it's burning brighter than ever. The story of Mackenzie and Jennifer's tumultuous relationship has come to an end. Now I have a question for you. If you were in Mackenzie's shoes, would you ever consider forgiving Jennifer for her actions? Or do you believe some betrayals are truly unforgivable? Think about the depth of Jennifer's jealousy and the extremes she went to, attempting murder out of greed and resentment. On the other hand, consider the power of forgiveness and its potential to heal both the forgiver and the forgiven. Where do you draw the line? Share your thoughts in the comments below.